Many people want to come to Canada on a work permit, but they easily get scammed. Most times, it's actually the fault of the applicant because people know you are desperate, and because of that, they push offers to you that sound too good to be true. And if you take a deep look at it yourself, you would notice that there's something wrong with the offer. So I see a lot of scam pages online talking about getting you a work permit. You have someone living in Nigeria, Ghana, and is telling you that he or she will assist you to get a work permit in Canada. They themselves cannot assist themselves to get that job and come here, but they are willing to help you get a job in Canada that will pay you a lot of funds. But they can't help themselves, they can't help their own family members, but it's you they can help. They're not even here. So many of them have not even been to Canada before, or they don't know anything about Canada, they don't even know about the place of Canada. But because you are desperate about coming to Canada and they know that, they will tell you what you want to hear. Once you hear that, you would also pay them for that service, and at the end of the day, they mess you up. So be careful of job scams from agents or from anyone. When you see a job advert, when you saw someone advertising that they're going to give you a job, the first question you should ask yourself is, am I eligible for that job? I'll give you an example. You see a job advert for a medical doctor. You don't have the qualification of a medical doctor, and someone said it's going to give you that job, and you said you are qualified, you are going to apply for it. That's a scam already. I'm just using that to give an example. So, for example, you are a PhD holder. Someone now said he has jobs for gardeners. He has jobs for food speakers. You are a PhD holder. You have BSc. You have HND, or maybe you now have a master's. You now have a PhD in, let's say, animal science. You can't have all that and expect to come here and work as a food speaker. Because there are some things that people don't understand. When you're applying, when you even get a job, you still need to apply for a work visa. So it's not just like you get a job and that's all. No. After you have been offered a job, you must apply for a work visa. And when you apply for a work visa, you need to explain how you are qualified for the job that was offered to you. It seems many people don't know this. You just assume that, once I've been given a job, that is all. Then the next thing is I'm going to fly to Canada. No. So you still have to prove to the visa officer that, yes, you are qualified to do the job you want to, you've gotten. And show them how you qualified. They're going to ask you your work history in the last 10 years. Unless you now want to remove all those work history and say you have just SSC or you're a dropout or you don't have any whatever, I don't know, or you claim you don't have any other job, because that's what many people do. I'm going to do another video on that later. You remove all your real details and decide to put food speaker as what you are doing back home. At the end of the day, you're messing up your application. So, but let's go back to what we're talking about. When you see job offers, when you see people offering job offers in Canada, the first question you should even ask, these people that are offering me the jobs, where are they? Many of them will lie to you and tell you that they have agents they're working with, they have consultants they're working with in Canada. 99.5% of them are lying to you. But because you are desperate about it, because you want the job, you think that's a way of coming to Canada, and that's how you can enter Canada easily and settle down easily. You jump at it. You will not look at all the loopholes, that shows that this is a scam. You will not look at that anymore. You jump at it, you pay them, and at the end of the day, they mess up your application, mess up your profile, and even get a refusal when they apply for you. Because one, it's not just getting a refusal, you can get a ban. You can get a 5-year ban. Because 99.5% of those jobs are not genuine. They are scam jobs, and if they push it in for a visa application and they refuse it, and the visa officer verifies that, those jobs and find them to be fake jobs, you will get a ban. And at the end of the day, the agent that helped you with it, you will not see him or her anymore. They will disappear. What they will tell you is that they've done the job for you. They've processed it. Oh, they didn't know all that. Or they will switch off their phone. They won't listen to you, or they won't pick your calls anymore. So be careful. When someone tells you that I'm going to get you a job, find out the person doesn't even have access to Canada to get you get a job. That's the first thing. Now, the job, are you qualified to do that job? Do you have the basic requirement, or is it that you are overqualified? I see people who work as managers of banks, who work as IT professionals. They now get them jobs and say, I've gotten you a job as a driver in one company in Canada. And I ask them, how are you eligible to work as a driver? For example, this one I'm saying is a recent case that was brought to me. This person said he got a job offer, and I said, okay, let me see the job offer. He brought it out. He works in a bank, and they said he's been employed as a driver for a company in Canada. And I asked him, do you have the driver's license to drive a car or a truck in Canada or anything? Do you have a driver's license? He said he does not have. Are you aware that you cannot drive a car in Canada without you having a license? He said they took him as a truck driver for the company. I said, okay, are you aware? Okay, do you know the license required for truck drivers in Canada? He said, no. Do you know that you have to pass a test? Do you know you have to go to driving school? He said, no, he doesn't know that. So I was like, in fact, that alone is enough reason to let you know that the job offer that was given to you is a scam job. That's enough. Because you do not have the requirement for the job. You don't have a Canadian driver's license. How are you going to drive a truck in Canada? And they give you a job offer from here, and you don't meet up the minimum requirement for the job offer. How will a Canadian employer give you a job offer when you do not even have the license or the basic requirements to do that job? You don't have it, and you said they give you a job. It doesn't work. It cannot even work. So I'm encouraging people to be patient. Do your due diligence very well. Check who is giving the job offer. Check whether you meet the requirements. If you don't meet the requirements, you're coming to me to ask me, help me check this job. I want to process a work visa. Is it genuine? It doesn't make sense. Because if you yourself have done your own due diligence, you would have noticed and you would have known that the job offer they give to you is fake. They're just looking for ways to get money from you, and once they get the money from you, they dump you, or they're applying for a visa for you that it will be refused, and you can get a 5-year ban, and you have messed up your visa history, your travel history, which will haunt you for life. So don't fall victims to job scams in Canada. Reach out to the right people. Find out that if you work with people that are licensed and who are licensed in Canada, they can't try that. They will tell you the truth. So be careful. Don't fall victim to scammers. Don't lose your hard-earned money to scammers. Get things done right so that you can get the right results. So if you need help with coming to Canada, you can reach out to me. My WhatsApp number is +1 587 568 6124.